This is the Marcy MWM 988, and this is the stroller for my son. Now, I got this machine about the same time my wife was having our first kid, and I wanted to be able to work out at home most body parts that I can with something compact, and this kind of fit the bill. Starting from the back, you have weight plates, each 10 pounds, going all the way down to 140 pounds. I will say the distance from the top plate to the top of the rack here is not very tall, meaning you won't be able to get a lot of range of motion out of this equipment. And I'm going to show you that in a second with a couple exercises I might flash on the screen here. Originally, I had this in the garage. That's where we are right now. And I moved it to the basement, meaning that this equipment can be moved quite easily, about 30 minutes. I simply just remove the bolts up top here and remove the weight stacks. Of course, it's pretty heavy. And then I just take that off, and yeah, in the process, I ended up bending the metal piece, but you don't really need this metal piece. And so it's just here for show. I'm saying this for those of you who are seeing a model like this on Facebook Marketplace and want to get a used version and thinking of how you can move it around your house and all that good stuff. So yes, it does fit between regular size doors if you are considering moving this around the house or even getting a used version. From my experience, you can practically work out any muscles from your chest to your calves, your back, your quads, your hamstrings, even your butt. All of that can be done on this equipment. Now, I've had a lot of questions about how heavy this machine goes, and I will tell you, you can go heavy, but depending on how you plan on using this machine, I wouldn't recommend going that heavy. The reason being, because there's so many moving parts here, you're gonna have a lot of imbalances within the equipment itself, meaning that when you go very heavy and you're pushing super hard, you're gonna have muscles on either side of the body lifting a little bit differently. And over time, those muscle imbalances can really affect you in a negative way and even lead to injury. And so if you ever watch any of my workout videos, you'll see that I try to go very slow because I want you, if you're watching those videos, to also go slow and really feel each individual muscle doing the work so that you don't get hurt. That being said, you can just push or even do movements with one hand, which I do recommend and I always try to add in the videos. But just so you know, I still wouldn't go that heavy. Just focus on your form and you'll get a good use out of this machine. Over here is the pad that is meant for you to do biceps on. And you're gonna be able to do biceps with the cable coming out of this machine simply because the angle that the cable has to travel, once you reach the peak contraction of your biceps, you won't be able to feel a lot of weight on the biceps. And so it's better used if you have dumbbells. These are dumbbells, right? And so you can get a good contraction here for bicep curls on this. Or if you have a barbell like this, you can just go both hands and also get really good contractions out of this attachment for this machine. But just don't use the cables here because it's not gonna be a good workout, if you know what I mean. I've looked at different equipments that are specialized in, let's say, leg extensions. They run about $150. Considering this machine is about $300 to $400 if you're getting a used or even a deal, if it's on sale. The first 6 months of having this machine, I realized that I was experiencing some muscle imbalances, especially when I transitioned over to using free weight. And like I said earlier, I kind of got around that by doing supersets. And so you can do push-ups with your workouts. I have that in videos as well. And so just like try to utilize different equipments along with this. And if this is your only equipment, the bare minimum you can do is get a dumbbell, and even better, 1 second, is if you can get a kettlebell to start off with, and you mix in kettlebell movements with this equipment, I think you will have a overall totally good workout, hitting every single muscle in your body, especially your tendons and any area around your joints, because machines are very good at isolating a particular muscle. One thing to be clear is just because you can push heavy weights on a machine doesn't necessarily mean if you have a free weight, you will be able to do the same movement at that weight. It takes time for your tendons to get stronger. And so mixing in dumbbells and kettlebells is going to be helpful for you if you are planning on getting this machine. So just make sure that you have room in your budget for free weights if you're buying something like this. Overall, I do enjoy this machine for the price that I got it for, which was around $300, and the amount of exercises that I can do without having to buy specialized equipment for each exercise. That price point is very good, and I do plan on using this for a very long time, at least until I can have enough money to buy something better. But even machines that are slightly better, it's not really going to be helpful. Like, if you ever watch those videos where you have a professional chef make a gourmet meal out of, let's say, random ingredients you might get at the store, you'll notice that the workout is really determined, well, the quality of the workout is determined by you. And so if you really work on your form and you really practice and you are able to feel the muscles that are contracting, it doesn't matter what equipment you use. As long as you're able to use it effectively, your workout is going to be great. But I do get it. Some people want to be able to buy the best machine that they can buy, but sometimes the best might not always be what's best for you at that point. And so scaling up as you grow as a person and a lifter, right? I think you'll find that something like this as an entry level is really good. And one thing I do want to add though is if you are taller, you may want to steer away from this simply because of the fact that these machines are built for a standard sized person, which I believe is around 5'6" or 5'8". Like, that's the standard height for Americans. And so if you're 6'1" or even taller, 6 foot is kind of pushing it, but if you're like 6'1", definitely don't get this, because you will have a hard time doing these exercises effectively and being able to contract the muscles in the right way. Again, I get around this by doing a little bit more sets or doing a little bit more contractions. And so this does help, especially when I'm doing that and doing supersets along with this machine. But yeah, you don't want to get this if you're like 6'1" or even taller. It gets the job done. And at the end of the day, something like this is better than nothing at all. That's what I always say. But if you enjoy my video, make sure you leave a comment, okay? Let me know. Actually, I have a question for you, okay? So let's say this is 10 pounds, okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pulleys before you can get to the lat machine up top here, okay? What do you think the ratio is that you're pulling in terms of weight if you are having 10 pounds selected? I want to know your answer. I know the answer, but I'm not going to say it. So let me know. But until then, watch my other videos if you need to learn how to work out, or if you need a starting place, check those out and let me know what you think about this video, of course, and I will see you in my other videos. Goodbye.